former Texas star wide receiver and Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy was arrested Friday night.
Junior. Listen, this video right here, I'm not happy to do it at all. My boy Xavier Worthy from the University of Texas, man, Kansas City Chiefs, lost in the Super Bowl but had 150 yards, two touchdowns on long bombs at the end, broke the combine record for fastest 40 time ever up out of the state of California. My boy done stepped into it. He done got in some mess. And unfortunately, this is what we was warning people about as far as the Travis Hunter situation. Now, I'm not saying Xavier Worthy and Travis Hunter situation is one and the same. But man, some of y'all brothers got to understand, listen, when you coming into this money, when you got this potential and somebody recognize it, especially somebody who turned you down or wouldn't even give you the time of day before they realize who you truly were. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. And I know that's easy for me to say because the dating world is so complicated, so hard. Listen, at my age, I hate the fact that I'm single right now because I don't know how to date. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to date. I was in a relationship for a long time. Like, the waters is different. You know, I'm like, is you is, is you ain't. Do you like me? Yes or no? I want to take it back to those days. But sadly, it's not like that. It's hard for men and women. But with these young boys that's coming up, that's getting a lot of NIL money in college, and then they go into the NFL about to make big bucks, it's hard to know who really wants you for you or who you could be. You know what I'm saying? And when I say for you, I mean you, not the fact that you finna be balling. You know what I'm talking about? Now, this is Xavier Worthy's situation, man. He caught him a case, man, a domestic violence case. They say that he constricted the air of a person, that he restricted the breathing of a person. That means he choked somebody the hell out. And I ain't making no excuses for that. You know what I'm saying? Because, but it means he choked somebody the hell out. Basically, let me get to it. Basically, the story goes that Xavier Worthy hired a personal investigator, a PI, because he thought that the woman he was engaged to just might be cheating on him. And I guess the PI came back with video footage of her, in fact, cheating on him. Now, the woman that Xavier Worthy was engaged to, she's actually a track runner. You know what I'm saying? And she's older than him. He's 21, she's 24. But he was after her. He was trying to get her for a minute. And then one day he ran into her in traffic, was like, hey, it's me, the one who been trying to get at you. And she was like, okay. And she started talking to him, and supposedly they fell in love very, very quickly and got engaged and bought a house. And she been with him the whole time he was a rookie with the Kansas City Chiefs. But as you know, in the NFL, you always on the road. You always out somewhere traveling. And she tore her ACL, you know what I'm saying? So she hasn't been able to run track. So I guess she's been stuck at the house. And I guess she got a little lonely. And she decided to creep. Now, I don't know what Xavier Worthy does in his spare time. He might be a cheater that's jealous and worried about somebody else cheating. I don't know. But what I do know is, supposedly, he hired a private investigator that got video footage of this woman cheating on him. And he was highly upset. And he wanted her to get out of the house. Even though it's supposedly a house that they bought, they're not married yet. It's his house. He wanted her out. She refused to leave. He claims that he had been trying to get the woman out of his house for the past few weeks. Whenever this supposedly altercation happened, and he restricted her airwaves, stopped her from breathing in some capacity, which is domestic violence. It's assault, which was the charge that he got. You know what I'm saying? And that's a really bad charge. Anyway, you know, it's a really bad charge, period. But when you're in NFL, you know, the NFL really frowns on domestic violence and violence against women right now. Not only that, he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, who about a decade ago had a man that committed a murder-suicide with his wife at the facility of the Kansas City Chiefs. So they really frown upon that. They really not playing with that. But Xavier Worthy, through his lawyers, claimed that never happened. He never restricted the woman's airways. He didn't put his hands on her. He simply caught her cheating and wanted her to leave, and she refuses to, and now she threw him under the bus. The crazy part about it is that when the police asked him, did he want to press charges on her, he said no. Now, if you're wondering why I brought that up, it's because that supposedly when the police came, Xavier Worthy had scratches across his face and some of his dreads pulled out. I know he choked the shit out of her. My bad. I know he choked that woman because, listen, you get your locks pulled out your head. That's not funny. That'll make you choke somebody. That'll make you choke somebody. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, he had, I guess he had a dreadlock ripped out his head, scratches across his face. His house had damage all over it, bro. She had been destroying stuff in his house. And he said, nah, man, I'm not pressing charges. I don't want to do that. And I guess that's commendable. You know what I'm saying? I guess chivalry still does exist. You know, as a man, and I'm going to do a video about Umar in a minute. But as a man, you know, a lot of times you take the role of a sacrificial person. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I can take it, I can handle it. She didn't give a damn about that. She said, boy, I'm finna destroy your career. This nigga choked me. Get him in jail. Lock him up. He ain't gonna marry me and I ain't gonna get a part of that check. My heart broken. He done caught me cheating. I don't know what to do. I'm finna panic. I still need some of this. Put that case on him. I need some money. I don't know if she said that, but that's what I feel like she said. If what he is saying is true, if what he is saying is indeed true, yeah, she said, yeah, I need to bring you down. If you not finna be with me, if you done busted me cheating, I'm finna bring you down. And that's whether he did choke her or not choked her. Because he could have choked her, and I'm not excusing that, but if she yanked this boy locks out, clawed his face, tore up his place of living, like, hey, brick don't hit back, but I do. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? And I do agree, bigger and stronger, men are bigger and stronger. They really shouldn't necessarily be putting their hands on women unless, you know, you are attacked. You know what I'm saying? If you're attacked. And Xavier Worthy is an NFL player, but Xavier Worthy like 160 pounds. He's the size of a woman. You know what I'm talking about? No offense to my boy. I'm a big Longhorn fan. But yeah, I just had to put this video out here, man. Mothers, you know, because a lot of women a lot of times are going to cape up for women. But mothers who got sons and they know what can happen and they know how people can be preyed upon and taken advantage of. And if you love your sons and you care about your sons, why are your sons? I mean, I'm not saying it's not wrong to reach for the stars. Because when you got a little money, sometimes you look up there and you be like, you know what? I need a dime piece. I need a bad one. Not saying don't reach, but you know, you got to like who really like you. And not just what you necessarily can do for them. Because when you do that, hey, when the cat away, the mouse will play. Junior.